What's going on?
You speak English?
Yes.
Take me to the hospital now.
Hospital.
Somebody put a bag of drugs inside me. I need you to take it out.
It is estimated most human beings only use 10% of their brain's capacity.
From the very first scene, Lucy grips the audience with a mix of raw intensity and calculated precision. She moves through the world like a force both human and beyond human, a character caught in a maelstrom of violence, power, and revelation. The streets she navigates are unforgiving, filled with danger and shadowed alliances, yet she strides through them with a confidence that hints at something greater than mere survival. Each step she takes seems to reverberate with the potential for transformation, as if the world itself is testing her limits while simultaneously preparing her for an evolution that defies comprehension. Her journey begins in chaos, thrust into circumstances that strip her of normalcy and thrust her into a world governed by forces she barely understands. Yet, within this chaos, Lucy discovers the raw potential of her mind, a power that grows with every moment, a cognitive awakening that reshapes her perception of reality. She is no longer constrained by human limitations, and the universe around her becomes a canvas on which she begins to paint new possibilities. The tension escalates as her abilities grow, each increment of power bringing both liberation and danger, a delicate balance that she must navigate with cunning and instinct. As her mind expands, Lucy's relationship with time, space, and even her own body begins to shift in ways that are both exhilarating and terrifying. The lines between thought and action blur. She manipulates her surroundings not just with force, but with insight that transcends human understanding. Ordinary objects take on extraordinary potential in her hands, and even the most mundane actions carry profound significance. The world that once seemed vast and unyielding now bends subtly to her will, yet this newfound omnipotence is accompanied by a growing isolation, a reminder that evolution often comes with sacrifice. Her encounters with those who seek to exploit or control her power form a relentless rhythm of conflict and strategy. Every adversary she faces is more than just a physical threat. They represent obstacles to her understanding of the universe, manifestations of the limitations she is rapidly outgrowing. Violence is not mere spectacle. It becomes a language through which Lucy communicates her ascent, a dialogue of survival and supremacy that is as cerebral as it is visceral. Each confrontation sharpens her intellect, forcing her to rethink the boundaries of possibility and redefining what it means to be human in the process. Amid the chaos, Lucy's journey is not merely external. It is an odyssey of consciousness. She begins to question the nature of existence, the essence of life and knowledge, and her own place within the vast tapestry of reality. The film probes philosophical depths without ever losing its kinetic energy, blending action with reflection in a seamless flow. Lucy's evolution forces the audience to confront their own perceptions of intelligence, identity, and purpose, offering glimpses of a universe that is at once infinite and intimately connected to the choices of a single individual. Every sequence in Lucy is meticulously crafted to amplify this duality of intellect and instinct, chaos and control. The visuals are more than cinematic flair. They are extensions of her perception, revealing a mind that perceives time, energy, and matter in ways that ordinary consciousness cannot fathom. Color, movement, and sound are not just aesthetic elements, they become instruments of her expanded cognition, translating complex ideas and emotions into experiences that the audience can feel, if not fully understand. The film challenges viewers to perceive the world as Lucy perceives it, an invitation to glimpse a reality that stretches beyond conventional boundaries. The emotional core of Lucy emerges in subtle, often understated moments. Despite her transformation, she retains fragments of human vulnerability memories, curiosity, a sense of longing that anchor her extraordinary experiences in something recognizable. These moments of introspection and connection remind the audience that power alone does not define a being. The capacity to feel, to reflect, and to engage with the world remains essential. Lucy's journey is therefore not only about transcending limitations, but about reconciling what is gained with what is inevitably left behind, a tension that gives her story both depth and resonance. Her interactions with the world and its inhabitants highlight the contrast between those who operate within conventional frameworks and a consciousness that defies them. As Lucy's abilities escalate, her perspective shifts from the personal to the universal. She begins to perceive patterns, networks, and flows of information that ordinary humans overlook, understanding causality and consequence on scales both microscopic and cosmic. Knowledge becomes her instrument, her weapon, and her companion, guiding her through scenarios that would overwhelm anyone confined to standard cognition. This expansion of awareness transforms every action into a deliberate choice, every encounter into a nexus of potential outcomes. The narrative structure mirrors Lucy's cognitive evolution. Sequences build upon one another, layering intensity with insight, creating a rhythm that is both relentless and revealing. The story moves with a precision that mirrors the acceleration of her abilities, each event a catalyst for further transformation.
The tension between chaos and control drives the pacing, keeping the audience in a state of anticipation while simultaneously inviting reflection.
The film does not merely depict power, it examines it, dissects it, and extrapolates its consequences in ways that are intellectually stimulating and emotionally compelling. Even as Lucy becomes increasingly detached from ordinary humanity, the film maintains a grounding in universal themes: the desire for understanding, the pursuit of purpose, and the confrontation with mortality. Her evolution is framed against the backdrop of a world that remains stubbornly physical and temporal, a reminder that even limitless cognition must engage with the material universe. The interplay between mind and matter, intellect and instinct, creates a tension that is both exhilarating and profound, offering a meditation on the nature of existence itself. The cinematography enhances this exploration by blending kinetic action with contemplative imagery. Moments of quiet reflection are juxtaposed with bursts of intensity, creating a dynamic visual rhythm that mirrors the oscillation between human and superhuman experience. Each frame is composed with intention, drawing attention to details that underscore the transformation of perception. The manipulation of light, shadow, and motion conveys a sense of expanding awareness, allowing the audience to experience, if only partially, the scope of Lucy's cognition. This interplay of aesthetics and narrative reinforces the film's core themes, making every visual choice a narrative statement in itself. As Lucy approaches the apex of her evolution, the film challenges conventional notions of identity and legacy. She transcends not only human physicality but the constraints of personal narrative, becoming a conduit for ideas and forces that surpass individuality. Memory, consciousness, and influence are no longer bound by linearity or locality, and the ramifications of her transformation extend beyond the immediate conflicts of the story. The audience is invited to contemplate the potential of the human mind when freed from conventional limits and the ethical and philosophical questions that such freedom entails. The climax is not merely a culmination of action. It is a meditation on the possibilities and perils of absolute knowledge. The soundscape of Lucy complements this journey, oscillating between the familiar and the abstract, mirroring her oscillation between human perception and transcendent understanding. Auditory cues punctuate her moments of insight and intensity, creating an immersive experience that heightens the impact of her evolution. Music, rhythm, and ambient sound converge to reinforce the cerebral and emotional arcs, providing an oral map of consciousness that parallels the visual and narrative structure. This integration of sound and story elevates the film, transforming it from a simple action narrative into an experiential exploration of cognition and existence. Even as the story pushes into realms of abstraction, Lucy's grounding in relatable emotion ensures that the narrative remains compelling. Her determination, curiosity, and moments of doubt anchor the story in human experience, preventing it from becoming purely speculative or alienating. The film balances spectacle with intimacy, ensuring that the audience remains invested in both the character and the ideas she embodies. This balance is crucial, as it allows the exploration of profound concepts without sacrificing engagement, making Lucy both a thrilling action experience and a thought-provoking examination of potential and transformation. Throughout, Lucy embodies the tension between human limitation and superhuman potential. Every challenge she encounters, every escalation of ability, serves as a lens through which the film interrogates concepts of consciousness, morality, and destiny. The narrative does not offer easy answers. It encourages contemplation and interpretation, inviting the audience to consider what it means to know, to act, and to evolve beyond conventional boundaries. In doing so, Lucy becomes more than a story. She becomes a philosophical exploration embodied in kinetic, cinematic form. By the time Lucy reaches the final stages of her transformation, the audience has witnessed not just a physical or cognitive evolution, but a profound meditation on existence itself. The story invites reflection on the nature of life, knowledge, and the human experience, demonstrating that growth and understanding are processes fraught with both exhilaration and consequence. Her journey is a testament to curiosity, resilience, and the unyielding quest for comprehension, offering an exploration of potential that resonates far beyond the confines of the screen. Lucy's story lingers in the mind, challenging viewers to reconsider the boundaries of possibility, the nature of self, and the transformative power of knowledge.